I know those are big words. So let me just set the stage for a second. You know my affinity for the Asian food world. I mean, if I had to pick somebody else's food to eat for the rest of my life, Japanese, Chinese, Korean, one of those or all those combined would make me very happy. I find it interesting. I like the flavor profiles, that kind of stuff. This, at its simplest, would be Chinese beef and eggs. It happens quickly. It is so flavorful. It is so fantastic. You're gonna love this. It's comprised of two components. One, we slice beef and we marinate it, easy. We beat some eggs and we kind of put the two together. Wait till you see this. It is so fantastic, it's quick, it's delicious, it's so flavorful. You'll make it for people that'll be like, what have I just eaten because I want this every day for the rest of my life, my natural life. Why do people say that? My natural life. Do we have an unnatural life coming up at the end of this? What's that mean?
I think that means the afterlife.
Oh, afterlife. Do we get Chinese beef and eggs in our afterlife? Because if we do, then I have a whole different outlook. Let's get to the beef. We have to start someplace. We'll start there. That's a ribeye. It's about 3/4 of a pound or something. We need 5 ounces. You need 5 ounces of any steak. I'm partial to ribeye, so we're gonna use this. But because of a couple things we're gonna do, you don't need an expensive cut, all right? We're just gonna cut these. And I just realized this is the Sam the Cooking Guy 7-inch Kiri knife, but this is the prototype. We don't have the signature and the stuff on both sides, and we don't have that stupid number, whatever that is. The original. I made my signature smaller because it was too big. We got rid of those numbers. It just says 7-inch Kiri, but obviously my favorite knife. Okay, this steak I threw in the freezer for about 20 minutes. It could take a little more, but just to firm it up, makes thin cutting easier. So now, we're not gonna want this fat. So let me just get rid of that. A little fat's fine, but you know, too much you don't really need. So if I go like this, now I want to cut against the grain, right? So let me figure out. So if I go this way, basically, I'll be fine. I want thin. If the pieces start getting too wide, I would cut them in half, like this. So just cut until you've got 5 ounces. Go ahead. 4 ounces would even be fine. Like here, this is gonna start getting too wide for me. So I'll just cut them and keep them like this. You want little bite-sized pieces. When you're all cut, you got about 5 ounces. We go into our bowl like this, and we add the following. 2 tablespoons of soy. 1, 2. About a half a tablespoon of oyster sauce, which is pretty much all I've got. Go. Teaspoon of black pepper, like that. Tablespoon of cornstarch, a teaspoon of baking soda. The baking soda is gonna make the meat super tender, you're gonna see. And 1 splash of neutral oil, about a tablespoon, and we mix. And unfortunately, I'm out of gloves, so I gotta go with my hand because you wanna make sure it's mixed really well. Spoon wouldn't get you there. When you're mixed up really well, like that, we're gonna set this off to the side for 10 minutes, and we'll start our eggs. That's a bowl of 4 eggs in it. That should be pretty obvious. This is gonna serve 2 people really nicely, maybe 3 even if you want. Crack the eggs in, crack the eggs in the bowl, not on the counter. Oh God, shell already.
That was shell before yolk. I've never even seen that happen.
What the hell? You're funny today. Great. We get a pinch of salt and pepper. These we will beat. Remember, I think if you're not making contact with the bottom, you're not beating, you're just stirring. Great. I'm gonna add a couple things. Tablespoon of oil, 2 green onions cut up, we'll stir. And now in this bowl, I'm gonna put a tablespoon of cornstarch, like that, and a couple tablespoons of water, and we'll mix this. So this is going in the eggs, but if you just put it in the eggs, it wouldn't mix properly. You need to make sure it's all mixed up, not stuck to the bottom. Cornstarch can get a bit clumpy. This goes in, we mix again. We wait the other 5 minutes till the beef is finished marinating, and then we cook. All right, you want a hot pan for this, and that pan's hot. I'm using oil. Like, I know eggs are a butter thing, but these are Chinese beef and eggs, come on. And when that's in there, in comes our marinated beef. I like to spread it out, and just leave it for 30, 45 seconds. Wow, the wind is crazy today. Just leave that to get just a little color on it. Can you smell that?
Oh, yes.
Anything that has a little smell to it, once it hits heat, just amplifies it. A couple seconds, and then we'll give it a good mix around. And we can do that now. So just separate as you go. Look, this is thin. If you're in this pan more than 2 minutes, you're doing something wrong, or whatever pan you're using. And if it was a Chinese restaurant and you have a proper wok burner and proper woks, you know, maybe 30 seconds, 45 seconds. All right, let this finish for a second or two. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Then we take it out. Once the beef is out, I put the pan back on the heat. I kill the heat for 1 minute. I want slow scrambled eggs. I want to take a little time on. Max always makes fun of me, but you want these really luxurious. The cornstarch in the eggs is going to help, but not a lot of heat in the pan will also help too. So once it's cooled down a little bit, back we go. Okay, heat's back on, but I'm on low. Baby splash of oil. We beat the eggs once more to make sure that that cornstarch is incorporated, and in we go. You know, sometimes when you put eggs in a pan, you hear it go tss. Well, that's not what you want in this case. You'll see. Look, you can see them starting to set. The first time I made this, as delicious as it was, what I did was I left the beef in the pan, I put the eggs in on top of it, and the beef colored the egg a little bit and it made it dark. I want like this bright yellow. So I now separate. I take the beef out, get the eggs almost set, then the beef goes back in. We're gonna get these eggs nice and creamy by stirring a lot.
You want the eggs to actually ask, where's the heat when they go in?
No.
Is the heat on?
No, the eggs know the heat's on. You can see it. They're setting a little bit. But trust me, this is what makes this thing really good.
All right, well, I can't hold my camera like this for 4 hours, so.
Okay, well, you got another camera right here.
Okay, those are not cooking.
They
at
are.
all.
Look at. What are you talking about? Look at. Do you see this?
Sorry, not at all. Just very little.
This is about a minute away.
What? No way.
Yeah.
Bullshit.
Look, the egg doesn't even fill in. That's how close they are. All right, you see where we are? How beautifully creamy? This, for me, is exactly how I like them.
They're too wet.
They're not too wet. If you knew what you were doing with eggs, this is how you would like them.
I know how to make eggs.
I watched that guy, I can't remember some chef's name. He said as he put them on the toast, he goes, they just walk across the toast. They were like twice as runny as this. So we're gonna give this about 15 seconds. Oh, these are gonna be fucking glorious. All right, now we take our beef and in we go. We mix, and now you get the contrast between the dark of the beef. It's absolutely fantastic. And the beautiful creamy yellow of the eggs, which are done. Take it off, let me get a bowl, and we'll plate. Or we'll bowl like this. I'm so in love. And if you want, you can just do a little green onion, extra thin over the top. And there you go. I've not been this excited to eat something that we've made in a long time. I'm telling you, it's just this gentle, tender, creamy egg component that really makes this come alive. Really makes this special. Oh, that's a good bite. That's a big bite, but it's going to be a good one. Nothing left to say, so I won't. It's insane. When we shoot, I finish it, make it pretty. Max comes and takes a picture. And while that was happening, Chancey ate some. Chancey?
Unbelievable.
He's had it before. Max has had it before. I tested this on them a couple weeks ago for an event that I did, and we all agreed this has to be made for you guys. So make it. It's that simple. Recipes below. Follow along. It's not complicated. Your 15 minutes start to finish, all right? Don't leave anything out. Just do what I did, and you'll have this amazing, maybe some of the best eggs you'll ever have in your life. Holy God, the f***ing wind. All right, I gotta go. Thanks, you guys. Hey, hit the subscribe button. We'd love you to do that for us. It's free.